Dion Garcia.
2 years after Dion Garcia first appeared in court, the Chandler dentist who owns the practice where Garcia admits he committed sex crimes against young patients is now facing charges.
We do want to hold people accountable.
Dr. Walter Villanueva has been indicted for failing to report child abuse. We have no booking photo at this time.
So the law reads that they need reasonable belief, which is the lowest standard.
Alexis Messenger works at the nonprofit Child Help and trains mandatory reporters in Arizona about the law.
Usually for like our doctors and dentists, they say, oh yeah, I think I remember hearing this maybe one time in my, while I was training in medical school, but I haven't heard it since.
In 2022, prosecutors say the mother of a 6-year-old girl told Villanueva one of his dental assistants, Dion Garcia, sexually abused her daughter during an X-ray. Officials say Villanueva never contacted law enforcement, and Garcia kept his job at pediatric dental and orthodontics. That family filed a report with Chandler police, but detectives didn't have enough evidence and the case was closed. It wasn't until 2024 that Garcia was arrested after the parents of another 6-year-old girl called police claiming Garcia inappropriately touched their child during an exam. Court documents reveal investigators found photos on Garcia's phone linking him to a third victim, a 4-year-old girl.
The fact that he was able to have access to other children in that setting is a really big concern for us.
Since 2023, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office has charged 7 people with failure to report. One case submitted this year is still under review. Prosecutors say Chandler police did not recommend charges against Villanueva until February of this year. That delay is something Messenger sees a lot.
We always want to make sure that we absolutely get that suspect out of our community and, away from other children. That's our priority. And then we can move forward in pressing charges against those who failed to protect those kiddos.
And these allegations date back years. In 2024, the family of one of the victims filed a lawsuit claiming Walter Villanueva took the word of his employee over the child and repeatedly allowed him to continue his predatory behavior of assaulting children. I did speak with Villanueva on the phone today. He told me he's still learning about the situation and has no comment. Live in studio, Micaela Marshall for Arizona's Family.